Should we turn the music? Yeah.
No music, turning off.
Take two.
Não derrete.
Bravo, Jill. Bravo.
Okay.
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 Take two.
So, I'm calling this project Codex Neurondiva, and it's the myth of the incomplete self. And I have to understand this, I have to go back about 8 years ago when I started this work and produced a series of images that in gouache, large gouache and ink images such as this one, which I used in a book called Chronicles of Entanglement, which is for sale in Amazon as an ebook. And in that book, I tell the story of artist, alchemist, dealing with visions of this world. So it's a fictional, illustrated book, fiction, illustrated. And so a few years later, I went back to this because last September I started back on this because I created in these paintings, I created a world that had a sort of a mythology. I was calling it a mythology. But then I realized mythology is, you need a set of myths, stories, and the work was more like a pantheon of an iconography of symbols and gods and worlds, things like that. So in this work now, I have the myth of the incomplete self, and I forgot the description up there, but that's fine. So let's start here with this shield, which I created here in Cresci. It's the shield of this mythology, of this iconography, and it has some of the key elements, some of the key symbols in the key icons in this mythology. This is the mago, in the sense of the alchemist. It has a trinity symbol on his chest, and it's sort of the hero, if you will. This is the muse. He's one of the deities that you see in several places. The deity is one that is offered, given offers to have access to the say the higher levels of consciousness. This is the nothingness, the origin. These four globes represent the four realms of the mythology of this world, and this is what I call the autogen, or the auto-craving creature. And this is the key to the myth of the incomplete self. It symbolizes the lacking, the urge, the hunger, the incompletion that we humans and creatures are always trying to get something from the environment to complete ourselves, to sustain our lives, to reproduce, and so on. So that leads me into the idea, the central idea of the incomplete self, which is the why and how we feel incomplete, and what is the origin of that. So the myth explains that visually, and I wrote up a little paragraph description that tells the story of the genesis, which is also visually shown in some of here, of this creature. How the missing part, or the lacking, the incompletude, the incompletion, came to be in us. So, and I illustrated this in a series of leather, skin, parchment, that show the cosmology, and it show the process of the autogen being created, and some key scenes in this mythology. I isolated like 3 points where the creation of the autogen, or this, and the search, the ritual. Ritual is a key point on this. The creation of ritual and the use of ritual in order to, as a way to sublimate, transcend, and search for answers and completion. And then the mago, the alchemist, in a moment of sublimation, where the missing part sublimated and transcended. Okay, that's enough. So if you look at here, here's the set of the iconography, complete iconography. This is another version of the iconography, but showing in a more hierarchical way. There's a couple of moments here. This is one of the deities creating the autogen, creating the missing part. And I also made some large acrylics which are not finished. I started some acrylics at home in September. This will go with them when I try to use these symbols in a larger scale. So last thing I want to show before, let you guys ask questions, is this one is one I did at home. It's part of a set that makes part of this whole mythology, this whole exhibition when it's together, and it sort of shows the archetypes organized in place, in diagrams like that. Okay.
That's very good.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's very good.
Thank you. So you were going to ask questions, or anybody can ask questions. So